All right, so we are going to go through June. Let me share my screen. Okay. And we're sharing. Okay. And I minimized what I needed.
Here we go.
Okay, so we have the tote bag for dating party. And remember, you get 4 of those in a bundle for, I think it's $5.50. They're a little more expensive. So for our mid-June sales flyer, this does go June 9th through July 13th. So we've got a little extra time in there. That gives us 1 extra week in there. And then this is going to feature our Fridge Smart. So I'm pretty excited about that. So as we scroll through and we get to page 3 of the sales flyer, we see the large one is featured in there. That is a featured product at $22. That's the regular price out of the mainline catalog, right? It's a brand new product. We don't need to put it on sale because it's brand new, and so that's the part that sells itself, okay? And then we've got the buy one, get one on the Fridge Smart sets. So they get 2 full sets for $84. This is a great way to, and you can advertise this as a great starter set. So, you know, everything they need to truly get started with Fridge Smart in their kitchen, or they can take a small starter set for themselves and give another small starter set to a friend or a neighbor, or divide it with them cost-wise too. Okay, I like to call the buy one, get one the ultimate starter set because it really does give them everything they're going to need, right? I mean, regardless of what you buy at the farmer's market, you will definitely have enough for whatever you buy when you have both of those sets, okay? And then we also have the small containers on sale for $20 for both of them. That is a purchase with purchase, so they have to spend $50 to get it for only $20. Okay, go ahead and flip the page. We see we've got the large there, another purchase with purchase. They can get it for only $20 with every $20 that they spend. So if they want more than one, it says it's a limit of 1 with every $20 spent. So they should be able to buy 2 if they spend $40. They should be able to buy 3 if they spend $60. So if they get the buy one, get one set, they should be able to get up to 4 of them. So if they want one for bread, and they want one for celery, and they want one for the larger lettuce, and they want one for, I don't know, maybe they want one for cucumbers, right? So then they could get 4 if they got the buy one, get one. We do have the forget-me-nots for those that haven't ever seen these before, or it's been a while. These are the ones that when you have the shelf here, they sit like this on the shelf, underneath the shelf, and up against the wall. Okay, so it just slides right on there. And then we have the 2 Piccadilly containers for only $22. So they do get both of those. One for sweet pickles, one for dill, one for olives, one for pickles, one for, I don't know, carrots and celery, right? So you can use them for a lot of different things. Then we have our beautiful new host gift special, and I'm so excited about this because it really is absolutely gorgeous. This picnic set is beautiful. I'm going to do a live video when it comes in because you guys have got to see it in person. It's a lot bigger than it looks like online. It has a much more refined design on it than what you can really see online. And everything that you see on those 2 pages fit inside that with their seals on. So you can actually fill it with all that stuff and take it, and you're still going to have enough room for a little bit of ice, okay? A lot of pieces in that, which is really great. Everybody loves when we have a lot of pieces, so that's always nice. Okay, so go on to the next one. We see we've got the new style of the salad spinner. And I like this style of the salad spinner because it does have a cup on there that you can put salad dressing in, and it has the big serving spoon, so you can actually take it and serve with it. So it's a very functional seal to go with that. So when you are going places, you'll be able to use it while you're there, okay? You'll also see we've got those treasures of the sea bowls. Those are Big Wonders bowls is what they are. They just have a design around the outside of them. But they're really great for having that salad on the go, okay? Crazy excited that the beverage set is on sale in here because the beverage set in the mainline catalog is like $52. I was going to sample it on my last set out of the mainline catalog, and I was like, holy crap, that's really expensive. But here it's $32. So at our cost brings it down to something much more reasonable. And at $32, that's less than what the picture alone costs. So I think that you'll really be able to sell a lot of them. But this is one of those, again, it totally is different in person than it is on this picture. And on the picture, yeah, it's cute. You can see through it. Okay, great. But in person, you're going to be able to really see that design through it, and you can see the water or the whatever you're having, lemon water, sangria, whatever, through that design. It really comes through really beautiful. So I am very excited about that one. As always, there's a wonderful example of what Tupperware can do for different consultants in here. Make sure you read through it, because like I've told you in the past, these are stories that you can tell. And when you read through them, it's a story that's submitted into your brain, and then you can actually retell that story later. Or when you see somebody who's in a very similar situation, then you can apply her story to them so that they can relate and they can see how Tupperware fits for them. We do have the Minion canisters back for a limited time. We have the Kids Bake Set, and then we have the Lolly Tubs. Have you guys ever used these Lolly Tubs before? I'm trying to remember how long you guys have all been in.
We had the old ones.
Okay, so these just snap together, and the green part has holes in it. You can kind of see on that bottom one, it's got holes in it. And what it does is that you flip it upside down and you attach it back to that base. So when it drips back into the base instead of along the outside. So they're super handy.
My sister's going to be so mad. She just bought a set off my mom's party clothes last week.
Are they? Oh, because they're on sale now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I'm just going to laugh at her when she finds out. She might find a set.
And then the pirate set and the mermaid set are both on sale as well for $12 per set. We do have the cutting board available for a limited time. I have this cutting board and I absolutely love it. It's a lot thicker than most cutting boards. It's got the nice grooves on the side and the curve up so it doesn't make a mess. Yeah, I love it
too. I'm getting another one.
I'm
thinking about it.
Yeah. And then this is the 1 3/4 cup. So this is that smaller size that so many people are always looking for taking lunches and such, their leftovers. So this is nice that it's a set of 2 for $16. And then we've got the small Wonderlair bowls for $12. So they get all 3 of those smalls. And those are the ones that are just the little bowls.
Right.
Okay. And then the bigger ones are on sale for $17.50, which is half price. So one of the great things about this, what you can do is anytime you see somebody who orders the Wonderlair 3-piece bowl set, you can say, you know, we also have a set of the small Wonderlair bowls on sale for only $12. Would you like to add that to your order? Right? So you're not trying to push it, force it, whatever. You're just saying, hey, I saw that you ordered the Wonderlair bowls. Did you also notice that we have the small Wonderlair bowls on sale? Would you like to get those while they're on sale? It's just a question. It's not pushing, it's not driving, it's just making sure they're aware. Same thing in reverse. If you see somebody who orders the small Wonderlair bowls, you can say, did you notice that we also have the 3-piece set on sale for half off? So only $17.50 more and you get all 3 of the regular size ones. Would you like to add those for yourself or for a friend? Right? So for yourself or for a friend, now I've offered, maybe they don't need it for them, but wait a minute. Oh, you know, my girlfriend's birthday is coming up and for $17.50, I couldn't even buy an outfit for that. You know what I'm saying? So those word choices can make a big difference in adding to those orders. You don't always have to use a purchase with purchase to add to an order. Sometimes it can just be another product that complements what they already are purchasing. Okay?
Not to mention wedding season.
I know, right? Weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, you name it. The round canister or the round container. This is the pie container. It's on sale for $12 and it's in Amy's favorite color. Yeah, so it's got that real beautiful blue color, which is going to complement all of the sea stuff. Yeah, the picnic stuff. Okay. Now in some of the supplemental stuff, you'll see the sample sheet with the pictures is on here. And then there's another sheet I want you guys to see in the supplemental stuff. So there's also the Fridge Smart list charts, which these are really great because you can forward these to anyone who orders Fridge Smart. And it just gives them a little more confidence in what they're putting in it. Like, it does say on the side what it is, but sometimes you just don't feel confident that you know what that picture is. So here it's giving you pictures and words for everything, not just the ones that are on there. So, and there's 3 different ones of these. This one is your veggies, and then, come on, baby. Okay. There's one for herbs, and then there's also one for fruit. And then this is a really good one to use on your website because it shows, 28 days in a Fridge Smart container, right? This is what it looks like in a Fridge Smart, still perfectly good. And then this is what it looks like out of the Fridge Smart, all rotten and gross, right? Cherry tomatoes, 21 days in a Fridge Smart, in your Fridge Smart, and then out of your Fridge Smart. 21 days for cherries, in it, out of it. 14 days for strawberries, in it, out of it. Right? So this is actual visual. I can see it. This is exactly what it is. This is the time frame that I'm looking at. Let's see. The features and benefits one. There's some fun facts that you can talk about. And, we've talked before that when you're doing a party, whether it's an online party or an in-person party, people want to feel like they got value for their time. And fun facts can be a great way to offer that value, right? So fruits and vegetables remain fresher longer when allowed to breathe. That's why Fridge Smart Containers' innovative venting system controls the amount of air in each container to extend the life of your produce. So that the fact that fruits and vegetables stay fresh longer because they are allowed to breathe, and talking about how fruits and vegetables need to breathe, that's valued information, something that maybe they didn't know before, right? And there's several of those kind of things on here, so make sure you read through that because it does have several that you can use. Okay. There's another one in here. Oh yeah, the fruits and veggie game. This one you can play online or you can play in person. But here, I'll show you. Yeah, there's the fruits and veggies game. And as the story is read, each time the guests hear the name of a fruit or vegetable they read, they call out loud, "I love Tupperware," and select a game prize. When all the prizes are taken, they take prizes from each other, right? So if you were to do this online, then you would want to alter it just a little bit, and you would say, okay, name some fruits or vegetables that you have in your refrigerator. Just name one, right? And then after somebody else names one, then you can name another one. All right. And then for each time that they post, they go into a drawing, and at the end you draw one name and that person wins maybe a Fridge Smart keychain, right? So something small, but something fun. So just a way to keep them interacting on your Facebook group. Okay.
Glasses are about to fall off. I don't know who's so sorry.
I think those are Amy's. There is the girlfriend set that includes the buy one get one, the buy one get one plus the smalls, and then the buy one get one plus the smalls plus the large. Okay, so that's your girlfriend set. That might be the last one of those that I wanted. Oh yeah, and this is a really easy to see vent settings, which honestly I would print this out on a full page of paper, because a lot of times when you're trying to show the Fridge Smart at a party, trying to show it actually on the Fridge Smart, that's really small and hard to see. But if they can look here, that's going to make a lot more sense to them and be really easy to look at. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I would honestly print this one on a full size sheet of paper. I have hiccups. And there's the fruit one. And you can see like watermelon isn't on the Fridge Smart itself, but it is part of the paper pamphlet. So that's why this is so nice, because it shows pictures and words for everything. Whereas the paper pamphlet only shows words. And then the herbs, I so was excited when I saw this one because it actually designates which fresh herbs are which. So most of them, I guess they're all half open. I lied. I thought I saw one the other day that was not half open. Well, regardless, it shows pictures and words for what it is. So that's kind of nice. All right, and then we have what's in it for you. So this month we do have the Say Yes offer, which is the mandolin, and they get the mini mando. So they get both of those absolutely free this week. All right. So if you sign up and register someone new this week by Friday, both you and they get it for free. So that's pretty awesome. And then if they have their $500 in sales by the end of the current sales month, then they're going to get the entire knife set and the knife sharpener for only $30, which is a really great buy on that. Okay.
Especially since the 3 pieces 56.
Right. Just saying. The cut above, when you have $200 or more in sales this week, then you are going to get a set of the cutting boards. And these are the flimsy cutting boards, like what we have in the catalog. They just have the 70s design on them. I absolutely love them. I use them all the time. They're super easy to just pull out and use and wipe off and put back, whatever. And then when you submit $400 or more in sales, then you're going to get 2 sets.
So total 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Yes, and this week you also can earn entries into the drawing for the dad stuff. Right? Yeah. So this is like the wishes that we used to do. We've done before in the past. It's just for Father's Day. It's wrong button. All right. So then next week, with $200 in sales, you're going to get the sugar bowl and the creamer set for $5. I think it's 5, might be 6. That kind of looks like it could be a 6. It's very small, very small. Let me see if I've got this on my regular. Is it 5? Okay, good.
I was gonna say maybe it's on this sheet.
Let me see if I can pull up that's really small.
Let me just read off of here.
That's okay. That's pretty
Just
good.
have the prices.
I was trying to get it big enough y'all can see it. That's the brochure. Party Perks. Got it. Okay. There we go. $5. $5. In week 3, when you submit just $400 in personal sales, then you will be able to earn Cheryl Smith's bill for only $5. Plus the top 70 in US and the top 70 in Canada. In personal sales this week will receive a commemorative certificate with the top 7 of each country. Country, receiving their bill signed by Cheryl. So you can get a special Cheryl bill. Ding, 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 ding. She has so many bills.
I know, right?
She does. Week 4 of June, submit $200 in sales, and you're going to be able to get this special Heart Keeper for only $5. And week 5, yes, we have 5 weeks in June. Submit $200 or more in personal sales, you're going to get the barbecue meat claws, which those are kind of cool, for $5. When you submit $400 in sales for the month, you're going to also add a set of 2 of the 70 years of the party salt boxes for only $5.
400 for the week, not the month.
And now I said in week 4?
Month.
My bad. For the week, not the month. For the week. So those are kind of cool. June 10th through the 13th, for every $200 in personal sales, you can earn an entry in to win the grill. All right, so if you want a new gas grill, you need at least $200 in sales to get 1 entry. For the first 2 weeks in June, when you submit just 2 average parties, you're going to be able to add the Minted Platinum Picnic Bag to your collection of other mint items. Leadership development. This one is really cool. So I'm sure you guys have seen these like all over Facebook, but you just fill it up with air and then you have like this hammock lounge chair thing that's full of air. Well, they've got some that are Tupperware branded, so that's pretty cool. So when you promote to manager, you have $3,000 or more in unit sales, that's you and your team members, plus one personally registered new consultant this month, then you're going to earn the hammock absolutely free. You actually get 2 of them. So you and me can sit on them, or you and someone else. Just saying. Earn a total of 3 nights. So cruise for jubilation. So how do you do it? No, this is business leaders only. Never mind. Moving on.
Tree of Hearts is managers and above.
What's that?
Tree of Hearts.
Yeah. So the Tree of Hearts is all month long. And for that one, you need 5 or more unit consultants. So you need to be a manager and you need to have 5 or more unit consultants this month. So you could get on the Tree of Hearts this month if you and your team members recruit 5 people between you. So you would have to promote to manager this month. And between you and your team members, you need to recruit 5 people. And then you can get on the Tree of Hearts. Royal Dreamers are on there 3 times, maybe 3 times. So when we go to Jubilee this year, you'll get to see it. Yes. Any questions? No? All right. My hair's falling. All right, and then we also have the extra host credit this week. Where's that flyer? Oh, there it is. So there's a little half sheet in your envelopes. So for 2 weeks, so May 26th through June 8th, when you have a consultant or a hostess, excuse me, when you have a hostess that has a $600 party and 2 datings, then they receive their regular $90 in host credit, plus they can purchase an extra $90 in host credit for only $25. So that's really not that much. So they get $180 for the host credit for only $25. That's a lot of host credit. When they have $1,000 or more and 2 datings, they receive their regular $200 in free, plus they get their 90 for 25, plus they can get an extra 200 in host credit for only $25 also. So for $50, they get $490 in host credit. Not a bad deal. All right, so it's this week and next week only. All right, any questions about the new mid-June brochure? No? Okay. So what is your favorite thing that you're excited about in the new mid-June brochure? What are you the most excited about?
Salad spinner.
The what? The salad spinner? Yeah.
I don't have one of those, but I think I might have one.
Yeah, I think you're going to like it.
I use shells.
The what?
There, in Georgia, in Easters.
Oh, yeah. It's nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. How about you, Stacy?
The large Fridge Smart. I have a list of people I need to notify that it's out.
Right on. They'll be very excited because I know people are always looking for that one.
Yep.
And you can put bread in that one. You know that, right? Yep. So you put the bread in there with you take it out of the bag, you just put the bread in, put it on low, and you stick it in your cupboard or in your... No. It should be totally closed.
You said low.
Yeah. It used to be low, medium, and high. Now it's closed, half open, half closed, and fully open.
Gotcha.
So fully closed.
I'm like, what? Not baking it.
No. And then you put it in the pantry or in the cupboard, so a darker place, and it'll keep it for 4 weeks easy. Mm-hmm.
Some people that are wanting the burger.
Right on. How about you, Amy?
Hostess special.
Me too. I'm so excited about Hostess Special. I am, because there's so many things in the sales flyer that coordinate with it. So you're not only getting a picnic basket, but you're also selling the salad spinner and the beverage set and the Big Wonders bowls and the round container, and like you have all these pieces that complement it, so you can truly mix and match to the perfect set for your hostess. Like, I'm so excited about it. It's so pretty. All right, fabulous. All right, so we're gonna go into the kitchen and we are going to make a roasting.
Ooh. I thought your husband was just.
Nope.
Well, he is, but at that moment he.
Right? Like, he's really good at being a smart aleck, but not this end.
Come on, Jess, you can do it.
Get that one. We went to Fort Wayne today because we had eye doctor appointments and.
You didn't make his jam.
We didn't find anything.
Looks like it.
Not for a dress. Some shorts and tanks though.
Well, yeah.
And that's important. Look at the comfortable dress that you fly down.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if I can get my computer to.
Oh, there's scissors in there.
All right, so you guys have asked me a lot about the multi-cooker, all right, the smart multi-cooker. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, and we're going to use it today. And what we're going to do with it is we're going to make something incredibly simple. Because a lot of times when we do rallies or recipes or whatever, we try to do things that are kind of like stuff that you just don't make every day at home, because we want it to be something special and unique and all of those things, but it also needs to be something you can just use every day at home for whatever reason. So today we're gonna make broccoli. Super simple. Yes, I know it's not something you like, but it is something that a lot of people like. Like, a lot of people like broccoli. And honestly, what we're gonna do with this today is something that you can substitute any fresh vegetable for. I just happen to have broccoli, so that's why we're using broccoli. I got it on sale. So the smart multi-cooker can do a ton of different things. So if you're not familiar with the smart multi-cooker, okay, let's talk about that first. So first and foremost, it has the base, right? Just like in our smart steamer, it has a base that holds the water. This base is a little bit bigger, and it's bigger because you can make pasta in here, this becomes a pasta maker just like this on its own. You put a whole pound of pasta in there, fill it to the pasta water line, put it in the microwave for 15 minutes, pull it out, it's done. Magic, right? Super easy. One of the things I love about that is that the colander piece by itself, if you just stick that on top, you can strain out the water from the pasta, okay? So it creates its own colander. You don't have to use any extra pieces, okay? All right, so all by itself, it's a pasta maker. Now we add, yeah.
For the pasta maker, do you put the cover on?
Nope, just like this. This is it, all by itself, okay? Remember, if you try to cover a pasta maker when it's cooking, it's gonna leave you with really mushy noodles, like super mushy. So you wanna make sure that it's open when you're cooking it in the microwave.
Okay, so the other pasta maker.
It has a lid that is not supposed to be microwaved. It's only there to utilize that colander piece.
Oh, that's why my mother-in-law's never worked.
That would be why. Yes,
Okay.
do not use the lid when you're cooking pasta in there. You want to only use the base itself, whether it's this one or a regular pasta maker, either way, just the base. Okay, all right. So when we talk about the difference between this one and the other pasta maker, one, this is part of a whole unit, and so you're only buying one unit and it does everything. The other one also has measurements on it that you can do 1 serving, 2 servings, all the way up to 6 servings, which 6 servings is a whole box of pasta. So that's kind of one of the benefits to having that one by itself, is that if you want to do small quantities, it has the capability to measure it out for you. But you don't have to have the measurement right on the pasta maker. You can just measure it yourself and say, yeah, I want 1 cup of pasta. And you stick it in there, you fill it with water, you stick it in the microwave. Okay, so I mean, that you learn over time, but you could have both of them at home. Okay, so this one's part of a unit. This one also has two other pieces, which are right here. All right, so these two other pieces turn this from a pasta maker into a rice maker. All right, it has the white lid on it, and what happens here is this goes in here once you put your rice in, you put your water in here. You put this lid on here, and what that does is that allows the froth to come up through those holes. It's gonna condensate on this underneath side, turn back into water, and go right back through those holes. So you're not gonna have that huge mess all over the stove where it's frothed over and it's gotten all over the place. It's gonna be able to be self-contained, and you're not gonna lose all that moisture, right? Because what happens when it boils over on the stovetop, now we've lost all that water, now we have crunchy rice. I'm not a big fan of crunchy rice, right? So I like all my moisture to stay on the inside. Great thing about this is that once you've done that, once you put it in here, you cook it in the microwave, then you just give it a little stir to fluff it up and it's done. Super quick, super simple, and this does larger quantities than our regular rice maker, and so you can actually do quantities for the entire family versus only a couple of servings, okay? Any questions about that? All right, with this seal, when you put it on, make sure that you do not put it on sideways. You want to make sure that you put it on so that the handles match the handles. All right, the reason for that, I'll show you. This is a tight fit. It's supposed to be a tight fit because you don't want it popping off, okay? So if I try to pull this seal off of here, right, it ain't coming. I don't care how you try, it ain't coming off of there. All right, so you want to make sure that those handles match up to the handles. You're going to use your base of your hand, and you're just going to give it a little pop, and it pops right off there. Super simple, super easy, as long as you remember to put it right over the top of those handles. Okay? Any questions about that? Easy breezy, beautiful, yeah?
How long do you cook the rice?
There is instructions online that you can print off. So for different rices, it's different timings. I do 2 cups of rice, 5 cups of water, and then I put it in the microwave for 10 minutes on high and then 20 minutes on 70% power. So that's white rice. If I did long grain rice, I'd want to look it up beforehand, or wild rice, especially you want to look it up ahead of time, because some of them are as long as 55 minutes. But the great thing about that is that it's 55 minutes either way, whether you do it on the stovetop or whether you do it in the microwave. In the microwave, I can go watch TV. On the stovetop, I got to sit here and look at it, right? I'm not about sitting here looking at rice boil. No thanks. All right, so then we have the other pieces, all right? These are the big boys. These are the beasts of the product. This is the part that makes the product a little bit higher priced, okay? This is actually metal and it's encased in plastic, all right? What happens is that metal, those microwaves come in and they bounce off that metal. They cannot penetrate the container in any way, shape, or form. All right, so what that means is if I were to put ice in here, put this in the microwave just like this, when I pull it out, it's still gonna be ice on the inside. No microwaves can penetrate, it doesn't get hot on the inside. So you're thinking, how can you cook in that in the microwave, right? That's what the base is for, all right? So this base, I'm gonna put water in, I'm gonna put these on top of this, and then right here on the bottom, you can see there's little holes in my container. The steam from that water boiling is gonna rise up through those holes, and that steam is what's gonna cook my food. The benefit to cooking with steam is there's no oil, there's no added fats, there's no sugars, there's none of the additives. All I'm doing is cooking with steam, so it's very, very healthy. The other benefit is the nutrients, okay? When we cook on the stovetop, when we cook in the microwave, we're losing nutrients in our vegetables all the time. You'll notice that when you cook something like broccoli in the microwave in any other container, it's gonna turn kind of this dingy color green. But in here, it's going to turn a really vibrant green. And the reason for that is because all those nutrients are still in your vegetables. You're not losing them. And in today's society and our soil that we have here in the United States, we have very nutrient deficient soil to begin with. And so you're already losing nutrients just because of what we have to grow it in, okay? So don't lose the little bit that's in there. All right, now this doesn't take a whole lot of water on the bottom. You're going to see it's only about a ½ inch of water is all it's going to take. All right, so just give it a little water. There is a water line in there that you can fill it to. Give it a little bit of water. And then simply place the metal pieces on top. You do want to make sure that lid's on there. That way it stays all on the inside. Okay, we're going to stick this in the microwave to start us off for just 12 minutes. I do put it on high. I don't worry about turning it on to low. All I'm really doing is boiling water, right? Like actually the only thing that's happening in that microwave right now is that I'm boiling water. Then the steam from the water is what's doing the rest. So water isn't going to melt my container. It's not going to do anything bad to it. So I don't need to worry about turning that heat down because it's just boiling water. Okay? All right, any questions about something like this in the multi-cooker? Okay, so the multi-cooker, this is one of the very basic things that you can do with it. You can put larger quantities in there so you can have enough broccoli for the entire family. Now, I could have also added chicken and put chicken right here on the smaller tray and done the chicken and the broccoli all at the same time. So I could do 4 to 5 pieces of chicken breast on here. And if I had done that, I would have put it in for 22 minutes, all right? And you will see that even though I'm only cooking this for 12, once I add that chicken, I add the extra minutes, it doesn't change the texture of the broccoli. Can anybody guess why?
Because the nutrients are still in there.
Okay, that was a really good guess, so not quite. What else?
The steam is what's cooking it.
And I have a limited amount of steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether I have 1 thing in there or I have 20 things in there, I still only have the same amount of steam. So even though it's now went from 12 to 22 minutes, that steam, because it's trying to cook the chicken, it's being divided basically in where it can cook, and so that's why I can cook it for 22 minutes and I'm still going to have the same texture of broccoli. Okay, any questions there? Make sense? Kind of?
Yep. Question.
That blank stares, yeah.
When they were demoing it down in Jubilee a couple years ago, now can we put potatoes in there?
That is a really great question. Okay, so that's the other thing that this can do. So we started off with broccoli, right? Then we have the chicken that we can also do with it, okay? Again, you would put it all in the microwave at the same time. But then that base, you can actually cook within the base itself as well. So you could do potatoes in the bottom with some water and do like a boiled potato down there, or you could do pasta down there with the water, and so it makes the pasta and utilizes the steam to cook everything else all at the same time. Again, that one is 22 minutes because it's actually sitting in the water. So it's not the steam, it's the water itself that's cooking the pasta, so that doesn't alter your cook time. Yep.
But we could do all 3, the vegetable and
right, so you could do pasta and vegetable and meat, or you could do potato, vegetable, and meat. You would not want to do rice, vegetable, and meat because the rice foams and frosts, and that creates a different problem. It needs to be closed so that it can't escape. So rice, not so much, but you can do like a rice pasta, right? They've got the little orzo pasta that's like a rice pasta. You can totally do that in there, just not rice itself. You can also do riced cauliflower. If you like the riced cauliflower, you could do that. And you can actually create riced cauliflower in our Great Master Shredder. Any other questions? No? All right. So we do have a cookbook for our steamer that will work perfectly fine with the Smart Multi-Cooker. And it has a lot of really great recipes in there that you can utilize. And I'll make sure that I either tag it or repost it, whichever I need to do for our Facebook group so that you guys have access to that again. And then we do have some additional recipes that you can use for the Smart Multi-Cooker that includes things like the pasta in the bottom, that honey Dijon recipe. That recipe calls for Dijon mustard, but I substitute with honey Dijon dressing. So good. The great thing here though is that you really can do any pasta, any vegetable, and any meat. So you're talking hundreds upon hundreds of recipes, right? Maybe one day I do carrots, maybe another day I do green beans, maybe another day I do corn on the cob, right? And then I do pork, and I do chicken, and I do beef, and I put on barbecue sauce one day, and I put on a mustard sauce another day, and I put on whatever, right? So you can mix and match your flavors any way you want to, which can create hundreds of recipes, and all you need is 22 minutes in the microwave, right? So the Smart Multi-Cooker is $129, but if you think about it, how much do you spend when you go out to dinner? What do you think?
For 2 of us?
Yep, for 2 of you.
Sit-down restaurant, this is between 25 and 30.
Okay, $25 and $30. So you're talking about, I think you're a little low.
I think mine's usually about 40.
Yeah, because if you're at a sit-down restaurant, most of the time it's going to be $12 per meal plus $3-ish for a drink. So you're probably looking at 30 to 40, I would guess, on the low side.
Oh, well, that's probably the thing, because anymore I just get water.
Okay, right on. Okay, so $25 to $30. So that's fine. So that would be what, 4 times going out pays for it, right? And you can make things in here so fast and so easy. You go to your cupboard, you dump stuff in, right? You dump in some pasta, dump in some veggies, dump in a meat, throw it in the microwave for 22 minutes, go do whatever you want, come back and it's done. You don't have to tend to it. You don't have to do anything special to it. You don't have to hands-on. You don't have to watch it. None of that. You stick it in the microwave, you walk away, and you're done. And then 22 minutes, you come back and you're ready to eat. Okay, so it's super quick, super simple, super fast. And it's also very healthy, right? You don't have all the added fats, the added oils, the added whatever. Now, if you want to add sugar, whatever, that's up to you, right? Whatever sauce you put on it, that's on you. But again, you don't have any of those preservatives and all that extra salt. When we go to restaurants, it tastes good, but it's so filled with salt that it ruins your taste buds. Like, you don't even know how much it hurts your taste buds, right? When we get stuff out of the freezer section at Kroger or wherever, there's so much salt, so much sodium, and all of that stuff, and it's so bad for your body. And so here, you can create a lot of the same things at half the cost. Easy.
Question.
Yeah.
How would it do with, like, making a meatloaf or meatballs in it?
So this would do a steamed meatloaf, which you can totally do. And one of the recipes that's in the recipe book is a steamed meatloaf. And you can utilize the same recipe for meatballs, but they would be steamed meatballs. Okay, so it just is a little bit different texture. If you don't like the texture change, you can use the stack cooker, and that'll give you the same textures you get out of the oven. Okay. What else? I love my multi-cooker. Like, I have it out all the time. I use it for all kinds of stuff, whether it's rice, I'm just using the rice maker part. And I love this thing because I can do enough rice for the whole family. With the other one, I had to do 2 batches of rice in order to have enough rice for everybody to have dinner. And here I do it one time, it's done, and we have more than enough. Like, I threw rice away last time. And then you can do all the different pieces and use it for different things. So whether I'm making bratwurst or I'm making shrimp or I'm making chicken, pork chops, steak, though I will tell you steak comes out more like a roast, not a steak off the grill. So just know that going into it. As long as you expect roast coming out of it, it tastes just like roast. I mean, it's good and it has a lot of flavor and it's so much better for you. You can still put seasoning on it. There's nothing stopping you from putting seasoning on it. You will find that with chicken, I don't even need a lot of seasoning because it comes out really moist. Yeah.
That was going to be a question. When do you put the seasoning on?
I would put the seasoning on the chicken or whatever your meat product is at the beginning, just like you would with anything else. You put it on ahead of time and then you cook it, because as it cooks, it's going to open up those pores and allow that seasoning and spice to get into the inside of the meat, not just on the outside.
Now, what about if you do marinated meat?
Same thing. Yep, same thing. Just make sure that if you do a marinated meat that you keep your meat on the top shelf, not the bottom rack, okay? Because you want to keep the marinade as close to the top as possible so it's inside that metal casing, and as little as possible to drip through to the bottom water tray. Okay, because once we start adding fats and sugars to that bottom water tray, that starts to get really hot because fats and sugars will heat up faster in the microwave than water does. And we don't want to boil the fats and the sugars, we only want to boil the water. So, but if you keep the marinated stuff on the top tray, then it'll drip down onto your vegetable, which is fine because you're mixing it all in your tummy anyway, right? So it's just going to add some flavoring to that vegetable. And it's going to maintain most of that marinade on the top, and only a little bit will drop down to the bottom. Yep. What else?
Just had a meal.
A meal plan?
Yeah, potatoes and corn on the cob and chicken.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you can do so much with this. And if you are putting potatoes or pasta into the bottom of it, now any of that marinade will also drip down onto the potatoes, and it's going to add just a little bit of flavoring to that as well. So it blends those flavors and makes it all work perfectly together. I know for us, you know, for a family of 4, family of 5, depending on how many of us are going out, we spend upwards of $60 to $80 per meal when we eat out. Like, that's a ton of money. So 2 times using my multi-cooker, and we've more than paid for it, and that's paying full price for it. But when you host a party, you get it for half off. So you're talking 1 meal and it's totally paid for. Okay. See how you just slip that little dating bid in there? That's what you call a dating bid. Whenever you can throw in a dating bid or a recruiting bid, that's how you want to do it. It just should be part of the conversation. People don't even realize you did it, but all of a sudden they're all thinking, oh, I should host a party, get it for half off, right?
My mom just got the grill for half off for a party.
I love my grill. We use it tonight even. Actually, I think we've used it every day this week.
I've used it 3 times. No, just twice. Once I did chicken, but I should have butterflied the chicken because the one piece was like really, really thick.
Oh, yeah.
Then I did actually 4 burgers in it last week. And it did pretty good, and they were actually done in under 10 minutes.
Isn't that fantastic? We have been eating a lot of broth. I've actually kind of brought it out at the moment, but like the last.
You're gonna get to a brat.
Maybe. The last 3 or 4 nights, because they were on like super sales, so like the last 3 or 4 nights we've had brats every night for dinner, but it's 7 minutes per side and they're totally done. No effort. You don't need to boil them ahead of time. You don't need to heat the house. You don't need to take them outside and do a bunch of stuff on the grill. None of that. And it still tastes like it came off the grill. Absolutely fantastic. Love my microwave grill.
I like doing my stuffed chicken breast pie.
Ooh, what do you stuff your chickens with?
I just mixed, it's a recipe I have, it's stuffing mix at the stovetop,
Yeah?
creamy chicken noodle soup. I think that's it. Maybe some little salt and pepper and stuff, just mix it in, and then you take your chicken breast, you lay them on flat, you put the stuffing in the middle, roll it up.
Nice. Right on. That'd be good. I want to try some like cordon bleu type chicken or maybe some broccoli cheese chicken and wrap it like that.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but I think the micro pro grill would do really, really well with it because you're not going to lose all your cheese.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like if you do those in the oven or you do them on the stovetop or on the grill, I mean, all the cheese oozes out and you lose it into your skillet or you lose it into the tray or the grill, and then you have chicken and broccoli. No cheese. But in the grill, all of it would stay so contained that you could just pull it right out of there. All right. So here's the great thing about this. Right now what's happening is my water is boiled and steam is still currently rising. So that steam, until I open this is still cooking, okay? Just like this. So once I lift this lid off, that steam releases, okay? So another thing that you can do in here is you can do eggs, okay? So 10 eggs, 12 minutes is what I like to do. I've done 10 eggs, 11 minutes. That turns out okay too. So it kind of depends on how hard you like those yolks on the inside. Somewhere between 11 and 12 minutes seems to be perfect for me. 11, they're just a little on the soft side, and 12, they're a little on the dry side. So somewhere in that range. So 10 eggs, 11 minutes, 10 eggs, 12 minutes, whichever. And then I leave it in the microwave just like this for another 20 minutes after that. So the great thing about making hard-boiled eggs is it's so simple. You stick it in there, you push 11 minutes, you walk away, you go do whatever, you forget about it. And whenever you come back, they'll be fine. Right? So go to work, go to the store, go to whatever, they'll be fine. Whenever you get home, whenever you're done doing whatever you're doing, watching a 45-minute show on Netflix, whatever, you come back, you open up the lid, and you will be amazed, however long it's been, there's probably still a bunch of steam on the inside. Okay? So the added time, just make sure that those whites get totally done, which I'm really a big fan of. All right, earlier we saw that broccoli, we saw that it was kind of, like it was green, but it was kind of a dingy green, right? All right, you can see now, look how beautifully vibrant color that is. Okay? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure if online you guys can see it, but it is a really bright green, and it's just, that's all those nutrients coming through. All right. Our water on the underside is just a little bit tinted green, but not a lot. And you can see there's like maybe a half a cup of water in there. It's not a lot of water. Okay. And our broccoli is going to be perfectly cooked. You'll see that it is. I like mine al dente, so I like to have to chew it a little. Like, I don't want to crunch it, but I also don't want it to mush as soon as I put it in my mouth. And you'll see this has, you can cut it with a fork, but you do still have to cut it. Look at that. Perfect. Stuff in my fork. I'm eating it. Oh my God, so good. You want some?
Sure. Yeah, she's not asking me.
I know I'm not asking you. So come on up and have some broccoli. I should have a thing of salt here somewhere. Does need a little salt. Just saying. Do you like salt? Yeah. There's forks right there. And this doesn't take up a whole lot of dishes. You know what I mean? If I were cooking 3 different things in here, I'd still only have this many dishes. That's it. I don't have a whole bunch of pots and pans. I don't have none of that. Right?
Maybe you're coming over to try it. No.
You sure you don't want to try it?
Positive.
You might be surprised.
No.
I have water
I have water too.
if you need to rinse your mouth out.
Nah. Cheese didn't even help it for me, so.
It's so good though.
Oh, that is good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It has all the nutrients in it. It's the right texture.
Now, does it have to be fresh or can it be frozen?
It can be frozen.
Okay.
You have to remember frozen vegetables have already been blanched. So it'll be the same timing, but it won't come out with the beautiful color and it doesn't save the nutrients because it's already been boiled out. Okay. So that's the downside of the frozen. Frozen is better than canned though.
Canned broccoli?
Well, canned anything. Frozen green beans is better for you than canned green beans.
I don't like green beans.
You're being difficult.
They're one of my
Well,
favorite
I'll tell you why.
vegetables.
It's because
See, I do like something
when
green.
Mom would go to the grocery store, we get 4 cans of cream corn, 4 cans of regular corn, 4 cans of peas, and 50 cans of green beans because Mom liked them so much.
Right.
I got burnt out on them.
That makes sense. Okay, so corn, peas, whatever vegetable, frozen is better than canned. Fresh is going to be ultimately your best, then frozen, then canned. Those are your.
Now, what if it's corn on the cob? Now, can that go in there?
Yep, you can put corn on the cob in here.
That's
I
what I
got
was
corn on the cob at home.
Yep. Yeah, you can put them in whole, but you're only going to get a couple in there. I would break them in half and stick them in. You'll get 7 more.
Lady I work with has the old style smart steamer, and she makes corn in it, and she said it is the best corn on the cob in the steamer.
Have you ever done cooler corn?
Cooler corn.
I've
Yeah,
heard of
you
it,
put
but not done.
boiling hot water, pour it straight into a cooler, and you can add your butter in if you want to, or they can add butter later, and just throw your corn shucked and everything. Just throw it straight in the cooler, seal it up for 4 to 6 hours.
Wow. That doesn't ruin the cooler throwing boiling water in it?
Nope,
That's cool.
because it's insulated. You don't want to do the styrofoam cooler. You want to do like an actual insulated cooler. That's cool. So a cooler does more than cool. It keeps hot too.
I guess that makes sense.
Just like a thermos.
We actually, I should know that because we, for track, we bought Arby's sandwiches and we put them in coolers and they stayed hot all the way until the end of the track meet.
We get our Friday lunches delivered in coolers. Keeps it nice and hot.
Mm-hmm. So does that answer most of your questions about the multi-cooker? Like I know you guys have been very unsure about it,
Right.
but it really is a phenomenal product. Like I use it a lot. And the variations you can do with it are just astronomical. And that literally is how I would demo it at a party. So just the way the only thing I wouldn't do is explain, see that was a dating bid. I wouldn't do that part, but but everything else.
Don't tell them what you just did, huh?
Right. But everything else, that's exactly how I would do it for a party. I would talk about the fact that, a couple of meals eating out, and this is going to be faster, healthier, and cheaper. I would talk about those things because that's what's going to add the value to it. That's what's going to say, okay, $129 price tag, ouch. Oh, wait, that's only 2 times eating out. I could probably eat at home 2 times to pay for it. You know what I mean? And it's going to take less time to make this meal than it is to get in the car and drive to where you're going, let alone wait for it to get there. Hopefully you have good service. Then you have to come all the way home. And the cleanup on this is no more than what you would do at a restaurant, except you have, you throw them in the dishwasher real fast. They wipe down. They're super easy. Yep.
If only I can remember this when I actually decide to pull the box off the shelf.
You're in luck because
Oh,
I
yeah.
recorded it today and it'll be on Facebook.
Right?
Uh-huh. Yep. All right. So that is all that we have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed our rally and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. Bye.